We're living in a particularly tenuous moment in United States history. Our nation is more polarized than it really ever has been. Systemic racism, xenophobia, these issues and challenges are really pressing on what is the core of our multicultural democratic nation. So at the root of these tensions is a lack of empathy and a lack of understanding. These are challenges essentially that only education can solve. Our big idea, the Center for K-12 Ethnic Studies and Indigenous Education and Teacher Development, is working on that problem. Our transdisciplinary team is focused on addressing these issues of understanding, of multiculturalism, and empathy through K-12 ethnic studies. Our initiative was started because for too long, too many voices have been left out of the national consciousness. They've been pushed to the sides of our curriculum. Today, we live in communities and attend schools that are more segregated than before Brown versus Board of Education. We've failed to honor the diversity and complexity of our communities in our classrooms. This initiative has the ability to address these challenges because ethnic studies is different than what we've tried in schools before. Ethnic studies asks us to think about the world and each other in fundamentally new ways. By centering the experiences of Black, Indigenous, and people of color and grappling with questions of marginalization and power, we're able to engage teachers and students in humanizing narratives that work towards those issues of understanding and empathy that we need to see in our curriculum and our classrooms. Research tells us that early purposeful engagement for K-12 students with ethnic studies leads to increased cultural competence, increased interracial awareness, and better outcomes in school. Despite these early findings, very little attention has yet been given to really understanding how ethnic studies works and works best in K-12 schools. Because of that, our center's research mission will focus on closing these gaps in knowledge and practice and figuring out how best to teach ethnic studies in the K-12 schools, how best to prepare ethnic studies educators, and how to scale up what we know is possible into positive results for all students. This work provides important and needed progress towards resolving racial inequities. By leveraging the expertise in ethnic studies and education that we have here at SDSU, we'll be able to partner with schools, school districts, and community partners in an ongoing effort to disrupt the malignancies of systemic racism and advance anti-racism in schools. By helping educators understand the richness of our different experiences in the world, not only do we set ourselves up to humanize one another, but we set ourselves up for more rigorous and more impactful curriculum and curricular outcomes in schools. Our proposed activities align with SDSU's strategic plan by advancing critical research focused on diverse communities and promoting diversity and inclusion across campus and in the San Diego region. We're confident that given trends in educational policy and the pressing needs of the moment, demand for our center's work will be high. The knowledge we generate and the cadre of diverse teachers we train will have transformative, anti-racist outcomes that are going to have far-reaching, positive impacts on our communities locally, regionally, and nationally.